Chapter 6. The crowds on the city streets were starting to come to life at the sunset of New Orleans. Prince Naveen was dazzled by the lights and music. Lawrence tried to keep up, but the prince's heavy luggage was slowing him down, and he kept losing Naveen in the noisy bustle. Lawrence heard a street band playing loudly in the distance. He spotted a large group gathered on the corner and pushed his way through. In the center of the crowd, Prince Naveen was playing his ukulele and dancing up a storm. Achidanza! Prince Naveen exclaimed excitedly to the happy crowd. Lawrence, sweating and exhausted, moved closer to Prince Naveen. Sire, I've been looking for you everywhere. Oh, what a coincidence, Lawrence, the prince said with a chuckle in his charming Maldonian accent. I have been avoiding you everywhere. Lawrence was becoming more agitated. We're going to be late for the masquerade ball, he said frantically. Prince Naveen paid no attention. Listen, Lawrence, listen, he said, closing his eyes and smiling. It's jazz. It's jazz music. It was born here. It's beautiful, no? No, Lawrence told him. As Prince Naveen continued enjoying himself and Lawrence continued not enjoying himself, Dr. Vasilier watched them from behind his newspaper in a nearby alley. We were supposed to be at the LaBeouf estate by now, Lawrence said, almost out of breath. At this point, you have two choices. Woo and marry a rich young lady or get a job. Lawrence pointed to a street sweeper. Prince Naveen cringed at the very idea of work. Ew. All right, fine, but first we dance. Prince Naveen lifted Lawrence off the ground and swung him around like a rag doll. No, Lawrence shouted. This is idiocy. For someone who cannot see his feet, you are very light on them. Prince Naveen laughed as he spun Lawrence in the air. Lawrence twirled around and stumbled, landing with his head lodged squarely inside a tuba. Perfect, Naveen laughed. You finally got into the music. Yes? Do you get my joke? Because your head is in a tuba. Get me out! Lawrence's voice echoed from inside the instrument. All right, hold on, Prince Naveen said, and yanked on the short man's legs. Lawrence's head popped out of the tuba, and he and the prince went sprawling to the sidewalk. How degrading, Lawrence said as Naveen laughed. I've never been so humiliated. A dark shadow suddenly fell over Lawrence and Prince Naveen. The prince looked up and squinted. Hello, he said. The tall, thin man in the top hat bowed. Gentlemen, enchanté. A tip of the hat from Dr. Vasilier. His voice was deep and mysterious. Like a stage magician's trick, a business card suddenly appeared in Dr. Vasilier's long fingers. Prince Naveen stared wide-eyed at it. The card read, tarot readings, charms, potions, dreams made real. Achidanza, the prince exclaimed. Dr. Vasilier motioned for Prince Naveen to follow him down a dark alley. He smiled and glanced at Naveen's hand. Were I a betting man? And I'm not, the smooth-talking doctor said. I'd wager I'm in the company of visiting royalty. Prince Naveen was amazed. Lawrence, this remarkable gentleman has just read my palm. Or this morning's newspaper, Lawrence snapped, seeing the paper with Prince Naveen's Prince Naveen's picture on the front page in Dr. Vasilier's pocket. Sire, this chap is obviously a charlatan. I suggest we move on. Dr. Vasilier shot Lawrence a withering glance, and Lawrence felt his spine turn to jelly. Dr. Vasilier waved his cane toward his shop. A glowing purple sign suddenly lit the alley. Dr. Vasilier, his face long and hollow in the pale purple light, unlocked the weathered door and invited them inside. Lawrence and Prince Naveen thought they heard voices, ghostly voices, coming from inside the shop, but the prince eagerly stepped in. He was too excited by the wonder of it all to be cautious, and that was what worried Lawrence.